Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with another video and back with my chart haul for September 2K20. How is it September yet? Because it doesn't feel like September, because the whole year has been like kind of on lockdown and no shows were played and well, stuff felt slower and overall, but on the other hand, well, I've released a record, I'm about to release a new record and stuff, I've done radio, so there has been stuff done, but it doesn't feel like I don't know, 9 months of like 2020 have passed. But anyway, let's go into my chart haul video and the favorite records I liked for this month or for the past like 4 weeks and stuff, and one CD which is an exception for this channel and for my charts, but A, it is beautiful, and B, it is interesting. So what about this for an artwork? This is Strom Mords, or the other way around, no, Strom Mords on Medira Records. One of the most interesting CD concepts I've seen in a while, not only because it is like beautiful and stuff, and there is a lot of like mathematical, kind of like, I don't know, bodies, objects, like geometrical objects and stuff on there, which I really like in this kind of artwork, and the CDs are also beautiful, so I'm gonna pull them out as well. But this is also musically interesting because this is like drone ambient, dark ambient, with a little bit of industrial, like well, the title Coronal Mass does say that it's like a big, also like a big sonic mass that is shifting around, and they have only 2 tracks on this, each on one CD, which is a great idea. One is like 17 minutes long, I guess. One is like 40 minutes long only, so they kind of wasted play space. But in terms of the looks and the graphic design, this is great. And I got sent this via a promo agency, and I reviewed this on my website. It was really yeah, I really liked this one. So great idea, great artwork, great conceptual stuff. And if you like drone ambient, dark ambient, industrial noise, and like heavy shifting stuff, this is definitely one I'd like to recommend in my charts. And also, yeah, if you're like only a listener, get this, check this, and check out my website for reviews. Down in the description box, you will find a link. Next one might be a surprise for many. TLC, Creep and Waterfalls, has been reissued. This is on the Bewith label, which is like a reissue label, which do also a lot of yeah, kind of library music, KPM reissues and stuff. And yeah, this is classic 90s R&B. And I'm not a big R&B head usually, but I don't know, sometimes like every few years Waterfalls has been popping up in my head since this was released, and just because it's like a great tune and stuff. And so as I work in the distribution, and yeah, this is one of the labels we distribute kind of exclusively, and I saw this popping up, it was like, okay, this is a no-brainer, you gotta get this before I like find myself like going through like bins in secondhand record stores and stuff, because, well, if you can get a fresh, nice and clean copy directly from the distributor where you work at, this is a no-brainer to get. And what is special about this specific 7-inch is that usually the record is released with a big center hole. But for some reason there was one copy lying around with a small center hole, which as a DJ is well more suitable, so I grabbed this, and I don't know, this might be the only copy worldwide with a small center hole. So TLC, Creep, Waterfalls, I'm gonna go for Waterfalls because it's an R&B classic. Next one, also with a interesting format, mr.oizo is back. Quentin Dupieux, the guy who did like, yeah, Flatbeat, Legendary, and this is like a limited to 500 copies, I guess, 10-inch edition, which is called Pharmacist and has like Romeo Elvis involved in there. And this has been released on beautiful 10-inch vinyl with like a neon, I don't know if it comes across properly, but a neon atomic nuclear glow to it. So this is like massive, interesting vinyl, and musically this is like a total over-the-top release as well, because this is a mixture of, well, squee, kind of squee electronics, and Blockhouse new rave. Also partly a remix of Flat Beat, because this like famous bass line is like popping up every now and then. So a very wild mixture, and also like weird lyrics. And what is very interesting about this is more like a collage tune than a dance floor tune, because it switches tempos like from 1 second to the other. The squee part is more like, I don't know, kind of hip hoppy from if you go with the tempo, and then we got like a proper 4/4 Blockhouse bass drum setting in and stuff, and then it's faster, and then it switches back. So it's weird and all over the top, but highly interesting, and I really enjoy this. So, and it's released on Because and at Banger Records, like all mr.oizo's records are. The next one you've seen already, so I'm just showing this quickly. Heinbach Light Splitting on Xyl Records, a beautiful ambient album by my mate Heinbach, which I've known for a long time, and which is to be found as Heinbach 101 on YouTube. So check him out. I will link the unboxing video I've done for this in the end card of this video. So check this out as well on Xyl Records. Still available on Bandcamp, I guess. So. But it might be gone quickly, as all Heinbach releases are selling out usually. So if you're an ambient head, check this one out. Next one, also a connection, a personal connection to this record, because this is Lost Spaces Detroit by Donna Maya. And if you've seen, or if you've like followed my channel on a regular, you will know that me and Donna Maya have run a label together called Rudel Records back in the day, and we also released a single on my new label, Free Breaks Forward, together, which was released on like one-sided 7-inch vinyl in April. And she also got me a sweet little shout out. I hope you can see this on the back of the album. And this is her. Even though she has been involved in music for way more than 20 years, this is her debut album under her real name. So it's beautiful. The artwork has been done by Celine Hake, which is the daughter of her like boyfriend and stuff, and like longtime boyfriend. And yeah, this is her new label, Sound Sister Records. And what this is well, electronica, crisp electronica influenced by bass music, kind of. And the main thing conceptually is she went to Detroit, like, I don't know, a few years ago, to visit some like people she knew who lived like outside of Detroit, and she and her boyfriend, where they got like out in the city and like exploring and stuff. And she was pretty impressed by the urban wasteland of Detroit, and did a lot of field recordings and stuff. And when she came back, she had like also a lot of footage, video footage and stuff, and under the impression of this urban mass that decayed quickly, she produced an album which is, yeah, a mixture of electronica and bass music and field recordings, and very conceptual but very interesting, distributed via Word and Sound as well. She's selling this on her Bandcamp, and also it's available on all record stores worldwide. It's about to be released on September 11th. So if you want to get this or pre-order this, get this quickly. Not only beautiful, but in terms of like the visuals, but like also musically very thrilling and interesting and very unique. So it's hard to like put this into a musical drawer, kind of. So check this out, Donna Maya, Lost Spaces Detroit. Next one is more techno on the great Yosmas label, the Nine Tails EP by Nine Tails. Yosmas is a label that is run, is releasing a lot of stuff by Ubik as well, and run by Dave Campbell, a legendary UK techno producer kind of for a long time, and also has done drum and bass on labels like Certificate 18 in the past and stuff. And Nine Tails is one of his projects, and what this is like proper techno, UK techno, so a lot of melodies in there, electro influences in there, more the complex kind of techno. If you like Detroit techno kind of, this is more into your drawer, and this is not the business techno, tool techno you will find on regular dance floors for the masses, but more like a specialist kind of music, and especially the tune Unbeloved or Unbeloved, which is on A2, as you can see here, is also a great intelligent excursion into what might be called neo-trance these days. So check this out, good stuff. The next one came up as a surprise, also found this in the distribution. I'm not a big fan of this kind of cover art actually, and this is Bondage Music, a German label, which usually is more like, yeah, very kind of, to me at least, boring, functional tech house stuff, not that thrilling, but as I have been listening to this record here, which comes in beautiful kind of translucent marbled turquoise vinyl. This is a various artists record, Bondage Games Part 6, with interesting artists as well. So it's like André Kronat, Markus Homm, Pornbox and Dustyard. And André Kronat is one guy I have a few records of, and Markus Homm released on a few labels I work for. So I checked this out just out of curiosity, and instead of this boring tech house stuff, this was more like a proper take on like up-tempo, functional dub techno. So came quite as a surprise, and yeah, I'm a fan of dub techno, although it's a genre that doesn't evolve much. But this is like if you're like going into a dub techno set and going towards a climax and into like faster, more techno-y territories, this is a good tool. So I got me this Bondage Game Part 6. Interesting to check out. The label in general not that interesting, but yeah, sometimes labels come with a surprise after like 50 releases, and there's like one gem you gotta pick. So the next one is different, also a different one for the artist. So this is Raw Basics, a label run by Basic Rhythm. Actually, tracks are Char and Drifting Clouds, as you can see here. And yeah, you might have seen Basic Rhythm in one of my previous chart hall videos at some point. Very versatile producer, is doing also like kind of post-hardcore breakbeat stuff, like UK hardcore influenced breakbeat bass music, dubstep, grime and other stuff. And this is more of a different thing here, because this is, if you listen to this in the like just skipping through, it might seem boring, but this is his take on like a fusion of proper, very reduced, ambient-y, intelligent, minimal techno, and like the broken elements of bass music. So I don't know. This is a record which I might play to open a set, or like if I'm going to play like a long extended warm up, some in the first half an hour or so. But this is like, yeah, toolish, very long tracks, very hypnotic. If you have listened to that Low Tech album on Avenue, kind of, this might be in the same realm, or like the Benjamin Brunn and Move D, this collaboration on this album, kind of. So this is not an obvious like DJ friendly record in the first place, but if you're like playing like long hypnotic sets, this is like great stuff. And yeah, another take on the musical versatility of Basic Rhythm, actually. So that guy is like coming up with a new style or a new genre or whatever, a new take on music with every release these days. And this is a thing which I do find very interesting, and which kind of goes for my own like approach to production and releasing stuff as well. Although I'm not like big of a solo producer, but with the projects I've done with other people, we've branched out, as you know, into like tribe techno meets drum and bass, more like breakbeat, ambient electronica, whatever. So yeah, this is a thing I really like. The next one has a most beautiful cover thing on Seagrave Records, actually. This is Low End Activist with Flowdan Game Theory, which you might not be able to read here if you're not like very familiar with graffiti and graffiti art and stuff. Beautiful cover. And yeah, I never heard of the Seagrave Records label before, but I listened to this. I listened to only the first record, because then I was like, okay, gotta have this. And yeah, this is, I don't know, grime bass music, London street bass, whatever, sublow. Very heavy rhythms. Actually, the track with Flouka is actually a big banger in terms of like heavy grime music, and the others are more like reminiscent of, well, think of labels like Tectonic or like that one label run by Warlock back in the days, which I tend to forget name-wise. So more like the advanced variation of grime and bass music actually. Not that easy, but heavyweight industrial. Also, if you like the very first Virus Syndicate album on Planet Mu back in 2004 with this like heavy, brutal, futuristic beats and stuff. Highly recommended stuff. Game Theory by Low End Activist, which also is like releasing stuff on Sneaker Social Club as well. So, which is also a label I'd like to recommend. The next one is also in this realm. Bunker and Rigby, together they are called Bunkerby, kind of, with Rico Dan, which is not Flouka actually, on the label NSX Recordings. On the other side there is British with Luciferian, which is also like more of a playful grime thing, but I bought this actually for the A side. Not only because I like Rico Dan as an MC, but because this is like representing grime in a way I used to love it when the style first became popular. So very raw, unprocessed, unpolished, kind of crime scene, gangster vibe as well. And the lyrics by Rico Dan are about like getting paper, getting cash and stuff, which I really enjoy as well. In a way, he's talking about this because, well, it's like in the vein of, well, if you put work in, you gotta get paid. You cannot do like things for free all the time and stuff. So yeah, Bunker and Rigby as Bunker B on NSX Recordings as the final record for this chart haul. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed actually. And if you like this one, you know the score. Leave me a message down in the comment section and stuff. Subscribe, spread this channel. Spread the news, share on Facebook, social media, whatever, and buy stuff from my Instagram, or become a Patreon on Patreon. I cannot like, I get this mixed up all the time. If you want to support me like on a monthly basis from a like $5 thing monthly to get me to support the work I do, and also if we got enough people in there to release like records more regularly, and I got various titles in there, so or tiers in there, so you can read this. And if we get like to a specific followership, we might get records pressed every month and stuff. And of course, from a certain tier onwards, you will get all these records sent out to you as like a thank you for becoming a Patreon. But we gotta get the first people in there, so you can spread this news as well. Now I'm gonna go into editing mode, and then I'm gonna go into review mode as well, because there is work to do, and I need to get my website like filled with content, filled to the brim and stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one, which is to come soon. So see you later.